as they head up towards the last corner. That's in shot there in the middle of your shot, 6-1-1. That's our poleman, Scholl, alongside him, course out. Will we get away first time? It's going to be an 11-lap race up towards the start-finish line, to the inside then, to the left of your picture now. That's Scholl. To the outside there, that's Corsell. They're off and racing, and Scholl has got an absolutely fantastic start as they head through turn 1. He's not going to have to defend as they head up towards turn 2. I think Al Rawahi has gone to second place. Third is Kanksar. And then fourth place, I think, might be Slavinsky as they head out and towards, well, it's not Kanksar in third place, my apologies. We're going to have a change for second as they head down towards the far heading. It's Kevin Ludi, I think, who's actually now in second place at the 609. Down then towards the far part of the circuit, I think it's Arawahi, though, in third place. And then just behind them should be Slavinsky. Let's just try and pick out the numbers as they head on to the back straight. There's Scholl leading, Ludi, 6.54, then Al-Rawahi. And then it's Slavinsky next along. The top four have broken away then from Ferenc Kanksar in fifth place. They come across the line. The gap between the two leaders, 0.6 of a second. Kanksar has pressure from Cosimo Durant. And then it's Corsal, Valaden, Gonzalez, Wieshofer in 10th. So the driver who started on the front row down in 7th place. Oh, and a change for position. Kanksar going backwards here. He's lost a place to Cosimo Durant, and I think he just lost a place to Corsal as well, who's trying to regain some positions after that dreadful start. They all went past the static camera there then, and we'll pick them up on one of the cameras. There they are then. There's the leaders. Scholl goes through to shot Ludi. Ludi has dropped third and fourth place. There was a change between Slavinsky and Al-Rawahi, and that has allowed Ludi to break away, but he is reeling in Konstantin Scholl here as they head up towards the last corner for the second time. The gap was 0.6 of a second. Let's see what it is when they come across the line. It is 0.4 of a second as they head through turn 1. Just about flat out, the drivers tell me, through there. And now they head down towards the third corner. Scholl leads, but for how long? Because he's being caught. Fastest lap has just gone to Slavinsky in third. Ferenc Kanksar down in 7th place there, having to really defend. He's really struggling for pace at the moment. I think he just got a place back from Vili Valainen. Oh, but he loses another one as they head into the left-hander now. That was Corsau and the Birrell who just got through. Kanksar trying to come back at it, and this is all off your screens. It's just behind the lead battle that's happening. But on the screens you can see the 5 leaders. Looks like 4 leaders, but the 4 leaders are being caught by Cosimo Durant, who's gone purple in the first sector. The field really split into 2 groups. We have the lead 5, and then we have everyone else just behind that. As leaders now make their way through turns 2, 3, and now 4 onto the back straight. Behind, Kanksar has gone back through to 6th place. Oh, and there was a move there that dropped someone back, and well, a couple of drivers now running wide, and we were talking about that off there in warm-up. Oh, and did we have some more changes? Well, no, just some defending down towards the far part. Well, what I was going to say is off there, in the warm-up, we were talking about how punishing the runoffs are here at Salbris. You run wide, and you're going to find yourself losing a handful of positions at the very least. But back to the leaders, you can see Kevin Ludi. There's nothing between him and Konstantin Scholl now as they make their way out the last corner. The gap was 0.3 of a second last time round. It's going to be absolutely nothing as they head across the start-finish line down towards turn number 2. Konstantin Scholl now taking the opportunity to defend. He certainly knows that Kevin Ludi is putting pressure on him. He's defending. Then it's Slavinsky now. Slavinsky 0.4 of a second behind Kevin Ludi in second place. Then it's Al Rawahi. Then it is Cosimo Durant. So any of these 5 really can take the victory, especially when the battling starts. There goes Ludi up the inside then, down the far part of the circuit. Ludi takes the lead. So new leader, Kevin Ludi, who's trying to wrap up this championship. His rivals, Lucas Bartosuk and Ferenc Kanksar. Well, Kanksar is in 6th place and Lucas Bartosuk is in 10th place. So at the moment, everything is going Kevin Ludi's way. 5 points between those 3 in the championship. And Kevin Ludi will be, well, his day will get, if he can win this race, the result will come even better when he sees Bartosuk and Kanksar struggling. All going Kevin Ludi's way, but it's only the first heat of the first race of the weekend. Oh, and Kevin Ludi, something, well, he seemed to just change gear a little bit too late there because Konstantin Scholl's gone back up the inside. There's a mechanical issue for someone, and I fear that's Ferenc Kanksar maybe. Well, it's either him or one of his teammates. We'll be able to confirm when they come across the line, but certainly something not quite right on that kart. Slavinsky's through to 2nd anyway. You would have saw that change on your screen. Now he goes into the lead. Denis Slavinsky then through to the lead. So we've the 3rd leader in this race now as he exits the last corner. He's got Scholl, Ludi, Al-Rawahi and Durant just behind. They head into turn number 1 and the Dan Holland Racing driver leads for now. Scholl 2nd. On towards the back straight then. Well, 2 drivers have come off. Xavier Gonzalez is one of them, and I'm afraid to say Ferenc Kanksar is the other, and he's going to pull into the pits, and I don't think we'll be seeing any more of him in this race, and that's not good news for Ferenc Kanksar. He's 5 points behind Kevin Ludi on drop scores in the championship, and with Kevin Ludi 3rd, that not doing his championship hopes any good at all. And Xavier Gonzalez, unfortunately, seemed to be the other man caught up in that instant as Slavinsky goes back through to the lead. Scholl briefly retook it. Ludi now goes through to 2nd. Al-Rawahi's trying to go through to 3rd. They exit the last corner, so it's so hard to keep up with because it's changing all the time. Through turn 1 then. Ludi looking up the inside, is he? Well, I think he was just defending. That would have been an almighty move if he'd been able to do that. Cosimo Durant goes past Abdullah Al-Rawahi. As they head on down towards where our static camera is then, it is Slavinsky, Ludi, Scholl, Durant, Al-Rawahi, 5th place. Down towards then the right-hander right at the far end of the circuit. They exit this, then go through a flat-out right-hander, and then onto the... there's the flat-out right-hander. This is a tricky corner. You'll see the braking zone turns right. Then they have to turn left. Oh, and a mistake from Kevin Ludi there. Is Konstantin Scholl going to punish him for it? No, so Kevin Ludi gets away with a slight mistake coming through that left-hander. Well, let's bring you the rest of the order before there's any more passing. It's... Slavinsky, Ludi, Scholl, Durant, Al-Rawahi. Then behind them, it is Corsau in 6th place, who started on the front row. And it's Wieshofer, Bartosuk, Kuhl, Penequin, Pullinger, who is struggling in 11th place. Then it's Verlainen in 12th. Rao is in 13th. Then it's Moransky in 14th. We've lost Kanksar and Gonzalez. Slavinsky's lead is now 0.4 of a second, so he's just been able to break away with that mistake from Ludi. He's just been able to get another couple of and that's made him look a little bit more comfortable, especially as we approach the bins of the race. Into the north corner, the right hand, the left hand hairpin, sorry, then up towards the right hand last corner. Got to be careful on the exit. Don't run wide under there. Kevin Ludi almost running wide as you saw on your screens. But Slavinsky then flat out through the first corner. Ludi now needing to defend that lap. So see what Ludi can do on this lap. Corsau has just done the fastest lap in place. A 60.527. 0.4 was the gap. between Slavinsky and Ludi. Let's see what they do for the first sector as well. Konstantin Scholl has gone purple in the first sector. Kevin Ludi has gone quicker than the leader, so he's brought the gap down to 0.3 of a second as they head towards the last couple of corners. Can Kevin Ludi reel in Jonas Slavinsky, or is he being passed by Konstantin Scholl, who is going quicker and quicker on this lap? Out the last corner then. And the start finish straight. Last lap board goes out. So last lap then for the drivers. Ludi now just has to focus on holding on to second, and that's what he's doing. He defends into turn 2. Can Konstantin Scholl maybe make a move to turn 4? No, but he's got a good chance as they exit the right-hander there. This the longest straight on the circuit. He's got a chance to Scholl will get in second here, but Ludi's going to defend. You can see Ludi just placing his car in the middle of the circuit. He's been dropped in 5th, but battle for the second. Well and truly on as they head down towards the right-hander, right at the far end of the circuit. Ludi defends once again. Scholl's going to try and get the switch back. Can't do it that time, but he's passed a few times into the left-hander, which they're coming up to now. Can he do it into here? Ludi looked very vulnerable on the exit. He defends. Scholl's got one more corner to try and do it. When he got up the inside, when he looks to the outside, it's going to be a full-on drag race to the finish. The win is going to go to Slavinsky. Second goes to Ludi. Third goes to Konstantin Scholl. It's Cosmo Durand in 4th. Al-Rawahi is 5th. Borsal is in 6th. It's Wito third. Bartazuk gains some places to be 8th. It's Bergman, Ninja, Gul, Valanin, Moransky, Rao, and then we lost, unfortunately, Kansar and Gonzalez 6 laps ago. Well, a good drive there from Slavinsky. Came up the order very, very nicely. Started 7th place. He was flying in practice yesterday, so had a very disappointing qualifying session. Didn't really reflect his pace in practice, but now he has been able to do that. Take the win here in the first heat. The DD2 class. Kevin Ludi was 1 second behind in second place. Just held off Konstantin Scholl, who was half a tenth behind at the flag. There's Slavinsky then, you can see him on your pictures. Ludi just comes in there in second. He's going to be happy with second, not just because he held off Scholl, but he would have noticed that where we spoke to mothers. Some mothers decided they wanted to run away. Some genuinely did speak to me, and then others who had spoke to me wanted to change their answers afterwards. But unfortunately, that can't happen, and we're going to put that out later in the weekend. We had a track guide with Killian Meyer. Plenty more